We also have this Furch guitar, which is a Czechoslovakian solid wood guitar, quite beautiful. Once I get the guild bridge off, I'll be heating this one up. It's lifting on the back, and we'll bring you in for a closer look as we get into this job. Since I was already set up with the heat lamp and the orientation of the heat lamp over the top of the guitar on the XLT, I decided to just go with that. So we swapped out the guitars. I've brought this Furch guitar over to the XLT unit. We got the heat lamp set up. So this guitar brings a couple of different challenges to the table. One, it is a cedar top, much softer than spruce. So we have to proceed with even more caution to make sure we don't pull any of that precious soundboard wood under a much smaller footprint on this bridge. Now the bridge itself, and you'll see when I pull the shield off that it's a different shape, so it also demands a little bit of improv as far as masking goes to keep the heat where it belongs, focused on the center of the bridge. This is where the CNC cutter skimmed the outside perimeter of the bridge. This ledge actually went all the way around. People are way too quick these days to point at the CNC machine and think it's the be-all and end-all. It is not. This is a perfect example. You can see right here where that CNC cutter slipped. It's really just a manufacturing ploy to make a faulty joint look perfect. We're going to abandon this idea completely, and I have a 26 thou piece of solid koa. We're going to inlay that into the bridge. We're going to let that set. We're going to basically sand it dead flush, and we will have 100% contact on this entire bridge. So what happens in this case, it just complicates everything. And if you look closely, you can see the faint line of the glue that I had very gently sanded off flat. It's not just that you're losing this much gluing surface, you're losing this much again. So it's a small wonder this bridge came off and the action was lifting. You know, CNC machines are not always the answer, and I deal with it every day when it comes to dressing frets. I constantly correct. In fact, in this case, it makes an inferior joint look perfect. When I'm done, it will be perfect, and it will never come off. There, I've had my rant. So here's a real close look. Now, I have shown this technique previously, but I wanted to bring you in as close as I possibly could, 360, just to show you how accurate you can be without the help of a CNC machine. This bridge will not come off, ever. I have to say that this neck is actually very good. The only spot that I could really find was here. That's it, that one spot. You need to get the lay of the neck as straight as humanly possible before you go anywhere near it with a file. So we'll hit that one high spot, and I'm going to bring you in closer and show you the fret wear that we do have in those first 5 frets, and we're going to dress that out as well. It's gone. So it's all this typical wear, you know, in those first 5, 6, 7, up to about 8th fret. We're going to take care of all of those spots, and we'll come back and have a very close look. There's one little telltale sign here, 3rd fret, 2nd string. You don't want to go grinding everything out to get rid of one little speck. Now, if it was a deep crater, and you've seen this in previous videos as well, if the frets are really badly worn, well, you just pull them out. You put new ones in, dress the new ones down to the level of the original frets, then you're back to factory spec. But in the case of this one, by the time we're done our finer grits of sandpaper and buff it out, it'll just be a faint little ghost mark. See this little speck here? There's also a very minute little speck right here. This is all done on the TechDeck, and like our customers around the world are doing, they take care of this type of stuff seamlessly. It's very important that you don't overthink it too much. Now, I did adjust the truss rod, and I'll need to put that load back on. The load that I took off to straighten the neck will have to go back on, because this is being set up for the EJ19 D'Addarios, which is a bluegrass string, so there's a fair amount of torque on this neck. Put that load back on, the truss rod. So in the final analysis, I just wanted to bring you in close to show you just how accurate a fit we got. Here's the front edge. Much more accurate than that CNC machine at the factory. Just wanted to make that point. This bridge will never come off.